This glacier is part of the remains of a tremendous ice sheet that once covered much of the globe. Large areas of our Earth have been frozen over many times in the past, only to melt away between freezes. These cycles are known as ice ages. The last ice age occurred thousands of years ago, when most of the lands, now known as Eurasia, Scandinavia, and North America, were covered with ice. For some unknown reason, the climate grew warmer, and gradually most of the ice melted and flowed into the oceans. The great flow of defrosting ice changed the face of the Earth, leaving a trail of enormous boulders along its journey. Today, in the cold northern latitudes, some of the ice age leftovers still dominate the landscape and are called glaciers. They remain as primary evidence of the last ice age. While glaciers are found on every continent of the world except Australia, the largest glaciers cover the Arctic zone, most of Greenland, and are also located in North America. This polar view does not show the Antarctic glacier zone. A glacier consists of ice and snow that has been packed and frozen for thousands of years, concealing uncharted mountains, valleys, and lakes. The glacier relentlessly grinds away as a mighty river of ice until it reaches its destination, where large chunks of ice break off the glacier, forming icebergs. Geologists and other scientists have long been interested in glaciers, studying the age, movement, and temperature of these white masses. Their research continues to probe the secrets of what happened to our planet thousands of years ago. In Alaska, scientists are concerned with the famous Knik Glacier because of its unique growth, melting, and movement cycle, which repeats in 1 year what must have taken historically thousands of years in the life cycle of other glaciers. Knik Glacier is a finger of the Columbia Glacier ice field. Its seasonal cycle starts in the winter, when the snow has accumulated in the high mountains. Becoming dense and thick in the catchment basin, the snow is compacted into ice. The ice yields under its own weight and moves slowly as a river of ice down the mountain, creeping forward only a few feet a day. When the glacier reaches Lake George, it becomes a natural terminal wall for the lake, forming an ice bridge across the valley, holding back the water like a dam. During the summer, much of the ice melts, and water trickles down to the lake, causing the water level to rise each day. Exotic appearing icebergs, which have been chiseled off the glacier wall, freeze at night to form strange shapes that change form as they slowly thaw during the day. As the lake fills with more and more water, it threatens to break its glacial banks as the water pressure strains against the icy walls. On the left is the ice dam. Knik Glacier on the right continues to melt and recede, filling the gradually rising lake until the pressure from tons of water finally undermines the ice dam. The underlying frozen blocks give way, causing overlying ice slabs to totter and fall. Savage waters widen the tunnel through the dam, knocking huge ice blocks into the swirling tides. Knik Glacier gives us the opportunity to see what must have taken place during the end of the last ice age. This is the only glacier in the world that has a seasonal cycle, freezing and... The swollen river flowing for miles finally empties into Cook Inlet, and the water gradually subsides. Evidence of these tremendous natural forces during the last ice age are the U-shaped, gradually curving valleys carved out by an ancient glacier. In Norway, other rivers of ice have created the beautiful fjords. At Lake George, the basin has been drained almost dry, leaving behind tall ice forms, bearing witness to the height the lake had risen before the flood. Knik Glacier is in retreat once again, only to prepare for another seasonal cycle. During the history of the Earth, there have been many ice ages. We may now be in between two of them. And perhaps one day in the distant future, the land where we live could once again be covered with a gigantic ice sheet, creating a new ice age in the history of our globe.